Hi everybody, I wanted to do a video about this paper that I seen. It sounded interesting. People who watch my channel might be interested in this. I can't actually see the whole paper without paying for it, which I don't want to do really, but the abstract of the paper is interesting. I'll read it out for you. The title is Classic Psychedelic Use is Associated with Reduced Psychological Distress and Suicidality in United States Adult Population. And the abstract. Mental health problems are endemic across the globe, and suicide, a strong corollary of poor mental health, is a leading cause of death. I'm sorry, I'm choking here. Classic psychedelic use may occasion lasting improvement in mental health, but the effects of classic psychedelic use on suicidality are unknown. We evaluated the relationships of classic psychedelic use with psychological distress and suicidality among over 190,000 USA respondents. I mean, as a sample size, that's pretty big. 190,000 pooled from the last 5 available years of the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 2008 to 2012. So I don't know much about this survey, like who they surveyed. Did they just survey drug users, or was it a national survey on the whole population? You know, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But anyway, it says, while controlling the range of covariates, lifetime classic psychedelic use was associated with a significantly reduced odds of past month psychological distress, past year suicidal thinking, and past year suicidal planning, and past year suicide attempt. Whereas lifetime illicit use of other drugs was largely associated with an increased likelihood of these outcomes. So people who have a lifetime of using mushrooms, LSD, I don't know if DMT is included, I don't know what drugs they count as classic psychedelics, but people that use these have seem to have significantly reduced odds of wanting to commit suicide and having psychological distress. Interesting. These findings indicate that the classic psychedelics may hold promise in the prevention of suicide, supporting the view that classic psychedelics' most highly restricted legal status should be considered to facilitate scientific study, and suggesting that the more extensive clinical research with classic psychedelics is warranted. Excuse me, my voice is going. I'm trying to read this and I'm choking at the same time. Yeah, I thought this was interesting. I don't know how thorough the study is. I can't afford to buy the whole paper. You have to sign up to this website for like $35 or something like that. I'm not going to do that just to read one paper, but I mean, from such a large sample size, this is interesting, and whether it's just that people in drug users, people who use psychedelics over other drugs, have a reduced risk of suicide and mental distress, or whether it's over all people, including non-drug users. I don't know. I can't tell from this whether it is. I don't know if I'm just reading it wrong, but it doesn't seem completely clear, but I found it interesting, and I don't know if that'll ever get reported in the mainstream media, because I know the British tabloids at the minute are just obsessed with reporting about this study that said that people who use cannabis are at more risk of developing schizophrenia and all these terrible mental disorders, and it's been plastered across the British press that they're really trying to do everything they can to not legalise cannabis, while the rest of the world seems to be, or at least America seems to be making leaps and bounds in that progress. You know, yeah, they're really trying to stop us, scaremonger us into thinking that cannabis is going to send us all crazy. And these studies that are coming out, this one especially, there was another one I read about where they give, I think they give LSD to mice, and it reduced their fear response in their brains. So it said maybe they could use it for, or it might have been psilocybin actually. I can't find the article now off the top of my head, but I just read it, and yeah, interesting stuff. From reading the book, I think Bad Science by Ben Goldacre, I know not to trust studies. I know how they cherry pick results, and you know, it's very easy to get different results from studies, no matter what the sample size and what, you know. You know, just because they say something, don't trust it automatically. There might be more things at play that we don't realise. But yeah, I thought I would just make a video about this because I saw it and thought it was sort of relevant to people who might watch my channel and be interested in that sort of thing. So let me know what you think. Yeah, apparently psychedelics give you a reduced mental health problems, and you're less likely to commit suicide. Thanks for watching.